Hi, my Papi Has a Motorcycle by Isabella Quintero, illustrated by Zeke Pena, and I am Senora Hansen. My Papi has a motorcycle. My Papi has a motorcycle. From him, I've learned words like carburetor and carino, drill and dedication. When I hear his gray truck pull into our driveway, I run outside with both of our helmets. My Papi, the carpenter, is covered in sawdust and smells like a hard day at work. His hands are rough from building homes every day. His job since he first arrived in this country. But even though he comes home tired, he always has time for me. When our city is winding down, he takes me for a ride. Today he's going to show me the new houses he's working on. Papi is careful with my ponytail as he pulls my helmet tight. When he lifts me onto the smooth black seat, his hands don't feel rough. They don't feel tired. They feel like all the love he has trouble saying. Lista? Si? Ready? Yes? Papi revs the engine and the smell of gasoline hits me as he squeezes the accelerator. Con cuidado! Be careful. The motor rumbles and growls. Arregate! Hold on! And then we take off. The shiny blue metal of the motorcycle glows in the sun. The bright orange sun is on its way down, turning our sky blue and purple and gold. We become a spectacular celestial thing soaring on asphalt, a comet, the sawdust falling from Papi's hair, and clothes becomes a tail following us. Vroom. Papi zigzags through the streets. We pass Abuelita's church and the Torteria La Estrella and stop for stray cats crossing in front of us. Mommy thinks there's too many of them, but I think there's just enough. Panaderia. We pass Joy's Market where Mommy buys my gummy bears. Mr. Garcia, our librarian, is walking out the door and nods at us. We nod back. This is how we always greet each other. We roar past murals that tell our history of citrus groves and immigrants who worked them, and of the famous road race that took place on Grand Boulevard 100 years ago. Now I know that we're stopping at Don Ruby's Raspados. But as we near the shop, we see that it's empty and out of business. I can tell Papi is disappointed. I imagine the smell of the sweet syrups Don Rudy used to flavor our shaved ice. I won't be the only one who misses him. We cruise by Abuelita's house and Abuelita's old yellow house, the one with the lemon tree that grew from the seeds of the lemons Abuelita used to pick not far from here. Mommy says we're going to visit them tomorrow to cut nopales from their gardens and eat here by albondegas in Abuelita's kitchen, where the food always tastes better. We turn the corner, and then, Mija, adios, mi reina, adios, my child, goodbye, my queen, adios, goodbye. The dogs behind the fence go wild. Frankie, the Lopez's labradoodle, escapes from her yard and runs after us. Mercedes Lopez, the fastest runner in our class, races after her. They're right behind us. Then, just as fast, the dogs barking and Mercedes and Frankie becoming a soft hush in the distance. We ride toward the new homes, replacing the last of the citrus groves. The painters, drywallers, and floor layers all greet us, but we can barely hear their words amid the sounds of hammers and air compressors. Trabajando duro, muchachos? Are you working hard, boys? A little bit, not too much. Even in all that noise, my Papi's voice touches everything. Around the circle, this is my favorite part. On Grand Boulevard, we lean into the curve of the street. I make believe that we're in one of the races that took place here so long ago. It's our last lap. We have to win. The crowd cheers us on. I feel Papi's smile as I squeeze my arms tight around him. We fly around the circle. There's the school where we practice soccer. There's the post office where Mr. Charlie takes our letters. And La Panaderia where Papi buys conchas on Sunday mornings. Vamos, Papi! Faster, faster. Go, Daisy! Vroom. Here it is, all of our beautiful city. My eyes try to catch everything, but the colors of the houses blend into one another. Red, blue, green, orange, pink. We ride, ride, ride until the blue glow from the motorcycle begins to dim and our comet tail has left behind on the streets we've traveled. We head home and slowly the engine echoes us back onto our street and then our driveway, our finish line. Mommy and little brother hear the motorcycle and run out to greet us. Mommy waves us in just like a referee. Papi and I can't stop laughing. We had a good ride. Through our laughter, I hear a familiar sound. Honk honk, raspados? I think about my city and all the changes that it's been through and all the changes that will come. Chicle y fresa, por favor. Gum and strawberry. But I know that here in our little house, there are things that will always stay the same. Mañana, tomorrow, we fly again. One of the fondest memories from when I was a little girl is of my papa coming home from work and putting me on the back of his bright blue motorcycle to take a spin around our city, Corona, California. Zeke Pena was able to take all the elements that live in my memory from childhood, even the places that have disappeared like the tortilleria and the raspado shop, and put them in the illustrations. While the murals he created are imagined, the history they depict as real. In 1913, Corona held its first road race on what is now Grand Boulevard, a street that makes a perfect circle around the older part of the city. Today, people live in the middle of that old racetrack. I actually grew up there. At one point in time, Corona was also known as the lemon capital of the world because of all the citrus that was cultivated there. Immigrants did the majority of the hard labor of picking the fruit, which allowed for the citrus bloom, and this in turn helped establish the city. I wanted to give a nod to the workers who built not only Corona, but a lot of our country, including my grandfather. History and change are always on my mind. We are the people who build our cities and form our communities. Who are those people? Who are the people who get streets named after them, and who are the people who lay the asphalt? I think these are important questions, and ones I've thought about since I was a kid, and more so as an adult. Ultimately, this book is a love letter to both my father, who showed me different ways of experiencing home, and to Corona, California, a city that will always